tell you about an episode I once had where a young man climbed up to the roof of an aged care facility I was managing, and I had to deal with it. It happened 12 years ago when I started a new position managing an aged care facility. And it was my first week there, still getting to know the place and know the people that I was to work with. So on a cold and windy afternoon, a staff member came and reported to me that a stranger, a young man, was on the roof of one of our buildings. And so obviously that wasn't a typical day. We called the police as standard procedure, and then I went to the top floor of that building to the window that opens to the roof space that he was on. We cleared the corridor and that whole area, and we made sure that our elderly residents and the staff and volunteers, they were all calm and doing okay in spite of the commotion. So as we waited for the police, I calmed myself down, and then I stuck my head out the window to greet the young man and to have a conversation with him. He looked anxious and scared. I chatted with him for a while to try and build some trust. He felt safe enough to be willing to come in through the window. And we gave him a blanket to keep him warm. And then our catering staff made a plate of sandwiches for him. And we talked a bit more as we waited. The police arrived a little later and took him away. The next day, the young man's family came to visit and to thank us. He's been struggling with some mental health challenges, and he had gone missing. So he had swum across the river near our facility, and he climbed the fence and then climbed up to the roof. Both the young man and his family came back a few more times after that, and we were able to talk in less stressful circumstances. So there's a lot that I can talk about from that whole episode, but for this video, I want to focus on the moment I stood at the window under the roof and what I was feeling and what I was thinking. I understand that a stranger trespassing and then being on a rooftop looks strange and feels unsafe. The usual response is to let the police handle it. But by the time I reach the window, we've already done everything we can to keep everyone safe. So the only decision left for me is how much I actually want to get involved. Through working with marginalized community, I've seen many behaviors that we can label as unsafe, but actually, once we know where those behaviors come from, they actually pose no danger to anyone besides the people showing it. So to me, poking my head out from a distance, having a chat and seeing where it goes was worth doing. But why bother at all? The police was on their way, and this person will be gone soon, whether I do it or not. So why do it? So let's flip the perspective and imagine what the scene looks like for the young man. So he's sitting high on a building rooftop. It's cold and it's windy. He can see people gathering around on the ground, and some are pointing, some are alarmed. He can probably imagine that the police will show up soon. He would be on high alert. And at a time like that, out of all the things around him, what would signal to him that it's okay to calm down? So maybe just a friendly face, someone sticking out the window, willing to treat him like a normal human being. So that day I wanted safety for myself and for everyone around me. And that has to include the young man on the roof. Whether the world feels safe depends on how often we give others the chance to be safe around us. Safety is a mutual obligation, and not every difficult moment has to be a bomb threat to be diffused. Some windows maybe are too dangerous and must stay shut, but the safety of the world around me and the life I have depends on me opening windows instead of closing them, and to be able to chat with people on the other side. So, whose on the outside of the window in front of you who may be cold and scared? Can you turn your frown into a smile, open that window, and invite them in?